So, I'm sure you've all heard of the crypto market or cryptocurrencies. But have you ever thought of how you can make your own cryptocurrency from scratch? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. We're going to be making our own cryptocurrency token on Ethereum's network. So, let's get into it. Alright, so in this video, first of all, I'll show you guys what crypto tokens actually are, because they're a little bit different than cryptocurrencies. Then we'll check out the Ethereum platform, which is what we're going to be making our token on. And then I'll show you the documentation for that. And then we'll use Metamask wallet to do this, so I'm going to introduce that too. Then we'll get straight into the demo, in which we're going to actually create our crypto token. But first, we have to make a smart contract, and then connect that smart contract to our Metamask wallet. Then we can add our token that we've created to our test network. Then after we add it to the test network, then we're going to have to put our token into liquidity pools. So then I'll introduce that too. We'll throw it into our liquidity pool. And then finally, I'll show you how to put your token into production so that you can actually have a real token in the market. So first of all, what are crypto tokens? Well, in simple terms, they're just an asset in terms of currency, but now it's made digital. Now, not always will they be in the form of digital money. They could also be parts of a company or other things digital, but most of the times crypto tokens represent a digital money. Now, the difference between regular cryptocurrencies and crypto tokens is that the tokens are simpler, built upon other crypto platforms, one of the most popular being Ethereum, but we'll get into that later. It's also on a blockchain, which is basically kind of like a library for data, but all digital. It stores data on what are called blocks that are chained together, hence the name. Now, simpler blockchains could just be records of static data that don't change, but the newer blockchains are now smarter, being able to be a full-fledged automated program to carry out transactions. And these kind of transactions or programs are called smart contracts, and we're actually going to be creating our own smart contract today. Now, the platform that we're going to be making our crypto token on is one of the most popular, the Ethereum platform. Now, what is it and why does it stand out from the others? Well, Ethereum is a decentralized blockchain, part of the Web3 community, meaning that Ethereum, rather than having a large central authority as the company, relies on the people to run it. And it has a peer-to-peer network, meaning that instead of, for example, data flowing from one computer to the main network, then to another computer, it removes the middleman of the main network, and it just goes from one computer straight to another, directly. This makes things much simpler, more transparent, and it removes security issues. Then, along with the Ethereum network comes smart contracts, which are automated contracts programmed to fulfill a task automatically and respond based on different situations in the blockchain. Now, these are just a few of the cool features of the Ethereum and many other DeFi platforms. And we're going to be using these to make our own smart contract for our crypto token, so that it can carry out its own transactions automatically. Now, finally, now that you know what crypto tokens and Ethereum platform is, let's check out one of the most simple open source yet very popular technology used as a digital wallet. This is Metamask. Now, think of just like a regular physical wallet. It has many different credit cards and membership cards for many different places, all containing money for each thing. Now, if we remove the need to use a physical wallet, then Metamask is a great digital wallet to hold different types of crypto tokens and cryptocurrencies alike. Now, Metamask, it also works with the Ethereum network and most other blockchain networks, and contains many test networks to publish our crypto on before putting it into production, which is what we're going to be doing today. Metamask can also connect to a number of dApps, short form for decentralized apps, which are just apps that don't have a central authority and a peer-to-peer network, just like the Ethereum blockchain. So now that you know about everything related to our crypto, let's actually get into the demo and create our own crypto token. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to our IDE, which is going to be remix.ethereum.org. So remix.ethereum.org, this is kind of like a coding editor, but in this case, instead of any other programming language, this is for Solidity. And Solidity is the programming language that is used to make smart contracts, and we need a smart contract for Ethereum. So as you can see in my file structure, this kind of looks like a regular IDE. So here we have our file structure, and here I have a workspace, and then this workspace is called Rishcoin workspace, which is going to be our coin for today. And then here you can see we have our pre-made file structure. Then what we need to do is we want to make an actual Solidity file so that we can make our smart contract. And so how to make a new file is you click this like document thing here, and then we're going to call it maybe token.sol. And then the .sol is our Solidity file. So here it created some more stuff here. And then I'm going to copy paste an ERC20 token contract. And what ERC20 token contract is, it's basically just a type of token that you can create, and it's one of the most simple. So I have a documentation from Ethereum itself, but there's also many other documentation, like for example OpenZeppelin. And I'll give the link for this in the description below, which has this code. I just copy pasted it from the documentation. So then, as you can see, let me just zoom in here. Okay, so here we have contract GLD token is ERC20. And since this is someone else's token, we want to change this to our token. So you can call it whatever you want, but I'm going to call mine Rishcoin. So contract Rishcoin is ERC20, that's the type of token. And then constructor initial supply, we'll supply all that later. And then ERC20, here we have the gold internal currency, but in this case we want to change that to Rishcoin. And then here we have the symbol, which is GLD. In this case I'm going to change it to like Rish. That's going to be the symbol. And then here we have our initial supply, all that, we'll change that later. But then for now we can just save this, and then this is our most simple smart contract. And right now, since this is very simple, all it's doing is handling transactions. But we have our smart contract created in Solidity. So what I'm going to do is, since I saved it, here it's creating a bunch of JSON files, but we don't have to worry about that. Let me just close those out actually. Okay, so what we're going to do is save this, and then next thing we have to do is actually compile this so that Solidity can understand what it's saying. Then we can run it. So here we have our Solidity compiler in remix.ethereum. So here if you click this like Solidity logo, then here we have our compiler, all this stuff. So I'm not going to touch anything, I'm just not going to touch all this. Language is Solidity, default EVM version, and then we have auto compile to be on. Everything else we're not going to worry about because it has it all default. And then what we're going to do is compile token.sol. And then I'm going to press that, and then yeah. So as you can see, it has a check mark, meaning that it's compiled correctly. Then the next thing we can do is we can just go straight to the running tab. And then what this will do is it'll run our Solidity contract, smart contract. It'll run it on a test network so that we can use that later. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to not touch the environment and account and all that. Gas limit we're not going to touch. The value, we're just going to keep it as 0 for now, and then we're going to keep it as way. But the only thing we have to change for now is, so here you see how it has a default contract whenever you make a workspace, and this is this ERC20 contract. But since, like I said, we just created our own contract, so we want to use that instead of all these other ones. So as you can see, it says token.sol, that's our file name, so Rishcoin. So that would be the contract that we need to make. So then after that, you see we have the deploy button and the initial supply. So if you see the initial supply right here, then I'm going to copy paste from the documentation because it shows how many you should have. But here I'm just going to copy paste this big number. You can have however many tokens you want, but this is just the initial supply of how many tokens you want. After that, you can see here we've created our Rishi coin at all this stuff. So if I open this up, then we have all of the values that we have. So all of these we have to change because as you can see, we don't have a total supply, we don't have a name, we don't have a symbol, we don't have balance, we don't have any of that. So we're going to want to change those so that we can actually give all the parameters so that our token can be created well. And now if we want to check what we have so far, we can see like name is 0, string is Rishcoin or Rishcoin. So then as you can see, we have the name and then we have the symbol that's Rish. Total supply, we have that number. And then all of that we have, but we want to add some of these. So as you can see, these are all empty. I'm going to add this address account first because that's one of the parameters we need to fill. So it's saying balance of and then address account. So now we need to have some sort of account so that we can actually use this. And then where would the account be? That would be right here. So as you can see, it's already created an account for us. So I'm just going to copy the ID of this account, or you can do this. I'm not going to touch it. And then we're going to go to balance of and then control V that. So this is just the account name. And then finally, we should be ready to deploy this. So I'm just going to close this out right now because we've already transacted that. And then as you can see, we have all of this logs back here. Okay, so that was the majority of what we had to do. Now we've created our smart contract, and in that case, we've created our token, but now it's just in our local computer. Now we want to push that to some test network so that then after the test network, if it works all good, then we can put it onto production, which is the real network. So to get to the test network, what I'm going to do is, I talked about Metamask, which was the digital wallet. Now we're going to actually use it. So if this is your first time using Metamask or doing this kind of stuff, then you're going to have to get Metamask, which is the Chrome extension. I'll put the link for that if you need it in the description below. But I already have the Chrome extension, so I'm going to click it. It's this fox. And then as you can see, I have my... It's just a fox. So as you can see, I have my account here. Let me just open it so that you guys can see it a little better. Okay, so as you can see, it says I have 0 Ethereum. This is on the Ethereum mainnet. So here we have our Metamask wallet. But what we want to do is, I want to put this onto a test network. Like I said, I want to put my token onto a test network, just so that we can test it out, and then if it works all good, then we can put it into production. But to get those test networks, as I told you before, Metamask works on different networks. So as you can see here, it says Ethereum mainnet. That's the main network that we're on right now. But if you add a bunch of networks, then you can add those. But like I said before, I want a test network. So I'm going to say show/hide test networks. I'm going to click that. And then it takes me to the settings. Then I'm going to say, here it says show test networks. It's off right now. I'm going to put it to on so that we can actually see the test networks. And then if I click the Ethereum mainnet again, then here you can see there's a bunch of test networks. Now, what I want to do is connect to one of those networks so that I can actually use it to make my token on. So I'm going to use the Rinkeby test network. There's a bunch of, you can use whatever you want, but I'm going to use the Rinkeby one. And then as you can see, I have 0.56866 fake Ethereums. These don't work for anything and they don't actually cost money. You don't actually have to transfer it. But you can use a website to get fake Ethereum on test networks. And I'll put the link for that if you need it also. So as you can see, I already have 0.5 Ethereum, which is all we really need because the gas fees aren't very high. Gas fees are like interest for whenever you're creating your own token. But the gas fees aren't very high for test networks, so we're not going to need much. So again, I'm going to connect my Metamask wallet, which has my 0.5 Ethereum for the gas fees, onto my Remix Ethereum so that I can actually run this onto the Metamask Rinkeby test network. Okay, so I'm going to click the Fox, the Metamask extension here. And then as you can see, since we want to connect Metamask to this website, here it's saying it's not connected. So what we're going to do is click the 3 dots, connected sites, and then we want to connect this side. So I'm going to say manually connect current site because that's what we want to do. And then I'm going to press next and connect. And then now it's saying it's connected. And then here, as you can see, it says connected. So there we go. Now we have our connection. So what I'm going to do with that connection is I'm going to change the environment because right now it's on JavaScript VM. I'm going to change it to injected Web3 because like I said before, this all works on Web3. So I'm going to change that. And then as you can see, it says Rinkeby 4 network, which means that it worked with the test network, which is on Web3. And then I'm going to keep the account same, contract, everything same. I'm going to keep it as the token.sol. And then to deploy it, I'm going to say, let me just close this out, and then here you can see deploy. I'm going to paste in the initial supply. Actually, let me copy it from here. And then I'm going to put the initial supply right here. And then we're ready to actually deploy our token to the Rinkeby test network. Because now we have an actual environment to deploy it on, which is the injected Web3 Rinkeby test network. So we're going to put the initial supply, which I copied from before, and then I'm going to press deploy right now. And then as you can see, it says MetaMask notification. Let me just open this up bigger for you guys. So it's saying the amount plus gas fee. It's taking some gas fee from our website, from our wallet. So I'm going to press confirm since I told you we already have fake Ethereum tokens. And then if we go back, then it took away some from our account. So that's okay. That's just for the gas fees. But now what we have is we've connected our created Rich token to our Ethereum, to our Rinkeby test network. So now what we're going to do is to actually see these. Let me just view this on Etherscan real quick. And as you can see, Etherscan is basically just a website to check all of it's kind of like logs for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this address of this interacted with. This is our ID of our token that we've just created. And then what we want to do is we want to see this token in the Rinkeby test network. And as you can see, we don't see anything right now. So I'm going to press import tokens, and then token contract address, that's just what we copied just now. And then I'm going to paste that here. Token symbol, as you can see, it already shows. Token symbol is RISH, and token decimal, we're going to keep it all the same. We're not going to mess with this too much. And then I'm going to say add custom token. And then there you go. See, you can see it says token is RISH, and balance is 1,000 RISH. So that's how many tokens we have. So I'm going to press import, and then there we go. So if I go back to Metamask, then here you can see we have 1,000 RISH tokens. So perfect, that's how many tokens we have. And now we can do whatever we want with these tokens. As of right now, since this is just in a test network, it doesn't have any real value. But what we could do is, in the test network only, if we have another person's account that's in this Rinkeby test network also, then we can send and swap this tokens to other people, which are in the Rinkeby test network. So there we go. We've created an actual token in the test network. Alright, so in simple terms, liquidity pools are basically just a way so that we can swap our token with other tokens or cryptocurrencies. Now, these liquidity pools, they're always in a pair. So for example, whenever you're swapping something, Ethereum and Bitcoin. So anyone with Bitcoin can use liquidity pools to get Ethereum by swapping them, and vice versa, by paying just a small gas fee. In our case, we're going to create a liquidity pool with our token, which is Rishcoin, and any other combination of any other token. So to do that, what we need to do is, I'm going to use a website called Uniswap. So I'm just going to search up Uniswap, and then it should come up here. So as you can see, uniswap.org. And then I'm just going to press launch app, and then here we go. So the first thing you have to do here, it says connect a wallet. I'm going to click Metamask, and then I'm just going to type in my password. And then unlock. And then here it's connected to our website. Obviously you could do it again, like I said, like I did before, you can connect it manually, but it had a button, so I didn't want to do it. So here, if we connect first of all, we have to connect our Rishcoin to this, and then we can start swapping. But first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to say pool here, and then I'm going to press new position. And then this will add liquidity to our crypto token. So first I'm going to do Ethereum. And then I'm going to press select a token. And as you can see, we don't have our token right now. So what I'm going to do is, it says search name or paste address. So I'm going to copy the address again and then paste it right here. And then it says Rishcoin. So I'm going to press import token. And then since it's unknown source, but we know where the source is from. So Ethereum to Rish token. And then free fee tier, the percent you earn is in fees. That's okay with me. So I'm going to go to maybe 0.5% because it says best for stable pairs, which is just ours. Alright, so then I'm going to set the starting price. Let's just say like 700. Not 7,000. 700 Rish coins is the current Ethereum price. And then for the minimum price and maximum price, you can set it to whatever you want. I'm going to say 500 Rish per ETH, and then maybe like 999. And then there we go. So then for the deposit amounts, it should, I can add whatever I want. Maybe I'm going to put 350 Rish coin equals 0.5 Ethereum. That seems fair. Okay, then I'm going to press approve Rish coin. So then this will approve our Rish coin so give permission to access your Rish coins, yes. And then transaction fee is 0.25 cents. But then again, since this is in the Rinkeby test network, it's not going to actually cost us any money. But however, whenever you put it into production, if you're serious about creating a crypto, whenever you want to put it into production, then it's going to cost some real money. So it says approve Rish. I'm going to press preview and then press add here. Waiting for confirmation. Yes, we need to confirm this. And then transaction submitted. So then I'm going to close this. And now, as you can see, it just updated right in front of my eyes. So here you can see Rish to ETH. So now we've created a position in our liquidity pool. Now you can actually swap, if you want here, now that we've put it into our thing, Rishcoin here, we can swap Ethereum for Rishcoin and Rishcoin for Ethereum in the test network. So as you can see, again, this is in Rinkeby test network. But now, if we want to put it into production, this is enough for the Rinkeby test network, because now we can do whatever we want with our Rishcoins. But if I want to put it into the Ethereum mainnet so that anyone can access it in the mainnet, then it's a little bit of a different process. So I'm going to go back here and then into remixethereum.ide. And then, let me go back to token.sol. Close out the home page and then go back to the deploy and run transactions. And then let me just let me just double check if this is connected. Okay, it's worked. So we're gonna change the environment back to injected Web3 just like it was before. And now, as you can see, it says main 1 network instead of the Rinkeby test network that it had before. This is because in Metamask, I changed back to the Ethereum mainnet. So then what we would need to do is keep all of this the same, and then we need to have the amount of initial supply. Let me just copy the initial supply again, and then copy this, and then deploy. Now, it's not actually going to work for me because it has a very high gas price, but as you can see, it says, okay, so let me just say confirm here. It's not going to really work because I don't have them in Ethereum. But basically, it's saying insufficient funds because the amount of gas price, as you can see, it's $112. But if we were to put it into Ethereum mainnet, then our crypto would be accessible to anyone who wants to buy it. And then it can keep on gaining popularity on the Ethereum mainnet, meaning that people can buy, sell, and swap those tokens. But as you can see, I don't have enough funds for this because it's $112. Gas fees are very high. But you can do it on different networks so that the gas fee would be lower. But we've successfully created our own crypto token, and we know how to put it onto the Ethereum mainnet. Right now, if we go back to the Rinkeby test network, then it's still there. We have our rich coins whenever we want, and if anyone else is on the Rinkeby test network, then they can buy, swap, and sell those too. So there we go. We've created our own crypto. So this was a really cool project that I had a lot of fun making, because the crypto market is becoming a really big thing in everyone's life nowadays. So it's really cool to have made a real crypto token that you can actually put into the Ethereum mainnet. Now, if you'd like more crypto or finance related videos, then leave a like down below. And stay tuned for more. Thanks very much for watching. If y'all had any doubts, please comment down below. I'd love to help you out if you're stuck with any crypto-related questions or issues. Please like, subscribe, all that jazz. Until then, you can learn anything.